Hello. Aha. I don't think anyone's here yet. It's on deafen. I'm back.
Colin, you answer this question.
What do you think would be an area with a lot of parkour opportunities?
Oh, that's a good question. Parkour. Let's think about this. Probably a...
Parkour gym.
Well, yeah, but no.
That's an obvious.
Parkour area. Video output low. God. Are you serious? Fucking Cox. 0 upload speed. 0. Oh my god.
What's an area that has a rail that you can swing on?
Really, you can swing on?
Yeah.
Well, you could literally just do... I'd be completely fine if you just did, the David Bell scene. That I sent you.
Yeah.
I think that's a good, use of all the mechanics, because those are the mechanics we're going for.
I want to start off small.
Okay.
A smaller, sort of, not exactly small, but not so complex as that.
Mm-hmm. I would say a favela. A favela would be cool. And so I'm gonna start coding. I think today we're gonna do...
Ooh, construction area.
Yes, that works perfectly. I think we're gonna do... bug fixes. Look at mouse.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna if there's a part in the story that's gonna introduce a new mechanic, I'm gonna describe that scene.
Okay.
I don't know where it's gonna be in the level. I'm gonna describe it.
Okay. It's all good.
Okay.
Bone.
So I need to have all of these movement mechanics in the first.
Get from here. What if we just grabbed all of them? So what am I doing? Multiplying viewport size by the... There's some weird ass code in here. Let me find lookout rotation. We just don't grab the roll. Where we go? So we grab the pitch from this and the roll from that. Interesting. See, that works, right? Which is what I want it to do. My problem is when I rotate the camera. If he goes up, down, he does not go left and right. So I'd need to have a hard set way of coding this. One second, I just realized I have something that isn't working. There we go. Okay. So now if we look at this, he is moving. Oh, he has an invisible object there. So he has that right. Looks up and down correctly. That doesn't work. get the camera location, which we have. We get him. Let me check if he's rotated. Camera location and him. And then can't check if he's rotated. He is rotated, that's not a problem. Because they're both rotated, we won't be able to detect anything from that. We detect the rotation of the camera. Get player camera manager. Frozen. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna check which rotation the camera is, and that will decide how he does the rest of his actions. Let's also organize this. It's a little unorganized right now. And stuff that's inverted. Like that. And this all will still be here. This will be, there'll be a branch right here, though, slight difference. Branch like that. We're also going to want, what we essentially want is all of this down here. From there we also want the actor rotation, delta time rotator. Essentially this part right here is what we need to change to make rotation. We need to get the pitch, not the roll. I'm thinking though, I want to test this out. If I just make the pitch the roll, I hope this will make it very easy to do. If I inverted those, oh, that's a problem. That's not what I want. Okay. Never mind. In that case, so we don't want to change its pitch. We always want to change that same one. Is that we want to get this instead. Let's try this out. Doesn't even move his head. Interesting. Let's go over to idle states and let's look at this code. Right now we're making an RPG game, like a point and click adventure. I'm just trying to get, today we have some problems with, we're getting some problems with how our system's set up. Okay, so rolls up and down. That's left and right. So Z is really what we want. We're just getting some problems with our looking at the mouse cursor. And essentially what I'm trying to do is fix that. Looks like the problem we're having, just to show it to you, when we are facing the camera, but the camera is rotated to the right, or left really, either one, the character will only look up and down. Doesn't look left and right. And so I'm trying to figure out why that's happening. What I wish I could do is see this code in action. If I'm not mistaken, that's, yep, not gonna happen. So instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna print a string. What? Crap, I can't print that screen. That's the annoying part, is not all this is printable. Yeah, really what it is I just need to detect which way the camera is. If it's forward, if it's to the right, if it's to the left, or if it's behind. I think behind will work. Actually, should probably test that quickly. So now everything else does. Okay, now the camera is behind him. So it works, it's just inverted. Okay. These are all things that are pretty simple to fix. I think I either need to... I add in this rotational offset. I'm going to try that first. So I'm going to get this character's rotation and add it onto the rotation of the head. We should have something pretty stable using that, so let's try
Turn on
that.
the fan.
Okay.
Open my windows.
So we get the actor, we get the socket, we'll get the camera. Okay. Hit world rotation. And we want to oh wait, well, what axis did we need? Z, yaw axis. So we need to add that onto the yaw. So we'll break these pins. We will add a float to a float. In theory, this should fix it, but it is Unreal Engine 4. We'll have to see. I had to invert it too. So I wish I can see what data we're getting out of this, but you can't. So I'm going all off of this blind. Okay, just say we get the inverted version of that, yeah. Like that. Will I? So it goes up and down, doesn't go left and right. So it's not fixing anything then. We're getting the camera manager. Yes, okay, good. So we can do this where it's equal to a float, which is well, actually it is nearly equal to a float of 90 with a tolerance of 5 degrees. 20 degrees, let's just say. Just gonna get to making games. I attempted to go to college for it twice. I skipped twice, but didn't have the financial part really. I'm buying some books on how to teach myself. Yeah, one of the best ways of learning game development is just to do it. And to, it's just, well, yeah, just to do it. It's the best way to explain it. And learn as you go. So, if we aren't, we go here. If we are, just bring this up. And what we need to change is we need to get the current rotation, just rotate it. I feel like it's just rotate it by the character's rotation, but that's not working. So somewhere in here, we break the rotator. We don't take the roll. We don't want the roll. We don't get the pitch though. So the actor rotation. but that won't, that's not being affected, so we're just getting this. What does normalizing do? Oh, it's to get something else, okay. It's not to worry something. How much college? GWO, depending on the colleges. I don't know about his, but personally, from what I've seen, yeah, it's that they don't give housing at most small colleges, which is where game development is really taught. The schools I'm looking at range from 27 to 35 without housing, and that's from 2 to 4 years, depending on how many years you go there. Sounds about right. Also matters how many scholarships, if they offer scholarships, but not everyone does. Maybe the clamp's the problem. Let's drop the clamp, see what happens. So it understands over here. The fuck? This is such a weird bug.
Hey, you can look at what I'm writing at any time. I'll link it.
Being in the industry without paying that much? That's kind of impossible.
Hey,
you
Colin, it's okay if I link this, right?
Yeah. GWO, you can get in and pay I'd say like the least you can pay is just software costs and book costs. It's probably the cheapest you can get in the industry. I've seen some great people in the industry at that level. But anything really past that, so with and a lot of self-discipline and a good computer where you can use those programs. So I'd say about $5,000 is the least you can get an industry with, because you have to afford the programs and everything to learn them. It's awesome, GWO. G-Dubbo. And remember, most of the time in the industry, you're going to be doing single task in terms of game development. So you want to find a the roll is coming from the pitch. That's working fine. It's weird. What was it saying? Industry. Oh, you specify into one thing. So if you really like coding, just learn only how to code. Like really delve into that. But really just delve into one of them, and you'll have a much higher chance, especially if you're not going to take a college course on it. College is really helpful for it, though. So we're getting the yaw to check these two. Okay, let's break the yaw to see what this does. Yeah. Okay, when I remove the yaw, nothing happens. Oh, because it's, what's our max head yaw? 85? Let's go with 45. This is very confusing. We're getting these two yaws and subtracting them. Design level design, but I want to learn coding, etc. on the side, so I work my own projects. Character design you have to go to college for, I'm just hands down. in terms of gameplay and story and gameplay. That is a job, game designer. I don't know if you can go straight into game studios with that job. I don't want to be giving job support and stuff like that. I'm just telling you what I know and what I've heard from college advisors. Like concept art and from what I know, game design, you can't just go straight into the industry with that. You have to start off as like a texture artist or a coder or something and work your way up to that. Since there's only 1 or 2 game designers or 1 or 2 concept artists in this situation. Level design and character design. So character design, if you want to get into that, just, yeah, you're gonna have to go to school for that unless you could really self-educate yourself on that, but that's insanely hard. Like, the dedication, that's insane. And the programs you need for that is very expensive to get in nowadays. But if you have a college, you don't need the programs, because you could just learn it that way. Character design's a great way to get one, though. Okay, so we're getting the actor's rotation. Oh, we're offsetting everything by the actor's rotation with a subtraction. What if we also offset it with... Okay, so we get the actor's rotation, we get the look at rotation we need. And so what we're doing right now, so we're grabbing the actor's rotation. I don't know why these are being... The pitch and yaw, the look at, we're getting the roll and yaw. Yes. Maybe I switch this to pitch, it just fix all my problems. Okay, why isn't he working anymore? Everything else is set up. Okay, I'll switch this back to roll then. If it doesn't fix it, I'm gonna be worried. Okay, something's wrong here. Just make sure it's nothing like that. Of course it is. Cool. Yeah, what's your game about? It's always an interesting thing to hear. What the games are. Did I do the right one? No, I didn't. That one, okay. So that still works. Good. Now let's rotate the camera. If this was the problem, I'm gonna laugh. There's still a lot more to add in then. Up, down. Let's walk a little closer so we can see what's happening. What? So when I go like... So this side works. This side doesn't. And yeah, so if you notice, it's very exponential. And all goes to the upper right. God. Literally, if I could literally just see what's happening behind the scenes, which I can't, because it's the character blueprint. None of it does anything. At least in this area. Nothing's happening. Here, of course, it works, right? And this shows what's happening, but not the function. When's the function played? Event graph. So we can't print string inside. Ugh. Blueprints are always fun. That's what I'm working on right now. When did we start, by the way? 30 minutes ago? Okay. Bug fixes. This function, there's something wrong in here. So. what's happening... First of all, let's remove this. We're not on that part yet. There's an offset problem. I kind of fixed it by switching this to pitch. So I think when we're getting the roll of the actor, we're getting its this movement, which we don't want. Yeah, we only want the y-axis. Y is up and down. Yaw is what we care about then. That's what we needed to offset. Okay, so if we go to the yaw, how's the yaws bad? The yaws, the two yaws, okay. We make the rotator yaw. That's all we should care about then. The only problem right here is the pitch and rolls inverted, which I'm worried about. Just to see what happens, we're gonna grab this. And I want to see... So the character's roll's inverted, okay. The yawn roll. I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense, but I guess it is. So, that's not a problem. Anyways. This first project, I'm gonna make it simple. Just a person who's running around different areas looking for gems. Classic indie game. It may sound silly, but I'm focusing on making sure the game's stable. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Just about every... Not to downplay your idea, but that's a pretty common indie game thing to do. So it's no bad thing to have a gem collection system, or just something as simple as that. It's a great way to start learning. And it allows you to figure out how to have blueprints interact with each other. Like, there's a lot of stuff learned there. Okay, so I need to detect when the yaw has a problem. I kind of want to...
It's called yaw.
Yaw, I've been saying yaw. Yaw. Man. Kind of just want to break this and have it continuously true and just see what happens when we rotate. If it doesn't even move, then that's a different problem. No, yeah, he's just not moving his head left and right. And that's... that, way that, way that. It's this one. This... He should be moving. Oh, it's from the mouse offset. It has nothing to do with the character. Okay. This makes a lot more sense. Okay. Okay. So... here's the mouse offset. Right now the mouse offset is just offsetting the X and Z. I don't want to offset all three, that'd be a little... Actually... Which one do I need? Mouse X and mouse Y. Y is up and down, so I need X, yeah. Just out of pure curiosity, I want to see what happens here. It is that, okay. So it's gonna, the problem's gonna happen right now. Is that, I think it's a 45-degree problem here, that's fine. Okay, so I'm guessing it's moving, yeah. So to fix this, we will disconnect. It's a super intense and hard process. You can do it without going to college, but have fun. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, okay, so right there, that's the problem with mouse offset. Cool, we figured out where the bug is. Now we need to fix it. It's super simple. So there's two reasons. One, you need to know ZBrush and Maya, and they're both insanely expensive. So if you want to be able to buy those programs yourself and then use them, you can, or you can go to college and use them. I mean, colleges are much more expensive, but you also have a person there helping you along the way. Sorry, 1 second, I want to get this created. So we have the new offsets. That means we need to remake just about all of the code. For when the character is... It's not that to be true. When the character is rotated, or when the camera's rotated. I want to see if I can add a way flips in between. If I get 90 to be 0 and 1 from range of his... No, that wouldn't work. Okay, so... Oh, and then the other, I said there's two reasons. It's also just a very hard craft to learn ZBrush, and having someone there teaching you is really good. I don't know if I repeated myself there, but... So what is forward, I want to go X and Z. What is the other way, I want to go off of Y and Z. Unless I can... Right now, yeah, he's looking too far to the right and left. Which would be excruciatingly, or would be exaggerated on a different monitor. GWO, yeah. I recommend just when you're not creating a game, just to draw characters and stuff. It's always nice to do that. If you want to do the art, that is. If you don't care about the art, then don't worry about it. Lifting. Oh yeah, I was gonna add in lifting. I'm gonna add all that in later. Okay, so we have this. Oh, I see what that does. I wish there's a way to switch what the math does. But you can't have branches inside of math. Branches inside, unless there is a way I don't know of. Flow control, do and do once. No, I don't mean it like that. I want to... I essentially just want to grab the correct ones. How far can I go before I need the correct ones? We can't go anywhere. Well... No, yeah, okay. So, I guess in that case we will have to duplicate everything. So able to get off of here. So all of this is safe. I can move all this back. This is gonna have to be a little further down. Current stages are finished up. All I have to do now is assign stages music, and it's much easier and which allow me to draw a lot more. Yeah, don't, I mean, probably, but also just don't rely on that because it may turn out to be much harder from my experience. I want that essentially, and then got no problems. Oh, thank you, GWO. I used to have a notification, but the notifications broke. Who's Good Media? I only know of Colin and Two Good Media. My first game. 1 second. Wait, don't we have that over here? We do. It's that one flow control wasn't made. I haven't finished a game, but I worked on a few. I'll tell you one thing is that final part, there's just a lot of bug fixes. I'm a senior right now. So I'm going through the college stuff. I personally have not gone to college, but again, it's just what I've heard from my advisors and game school advisors. So that there. This here. I'm gonna modify these a little bit and I'll be fine. And then this here. Any idea what you'll be working on and when? Get player camera management, transform components. Okay. So that I want over on this branch. It's player camera manager. Transform. Get rotation. Why do I need this part? Still want it, because I don't want this to screw me. Oh, because I wanted the girl get a little rotation. That's why. Now, if. So now we want to split that. If the yaw is equal to, nearly equal to, a float. That there. There's gonna be some inversion problems. I have to fix that later in the code. That's fine. To 90 or negative 90. Oh, I know how to do that. Within a 15-degree tolerance. Okay, we want that again. We want if this is or. This Boolean are true. I want to invert that. I believe that's the way we invert. It's been a little bit. Or if all of this is negative 90. If you're either close to the 90 or negative 90 spot, we want to, within 30 degrees of tolerance. 3, 6, 9, 12. That should be enough tolerance. Or we will change around to the other script. So on this side, the character will not work. Why? Why you no work? I see the problem. Well, I see one of the problems. That's actually like totally me too. Is not being too ambitious on those stories. Break, hit, move to, hit location. Did I click the sky? Guess I did. Whoops. That's fine. That's an error I know I'm gonna get. Okay, so now there's a problem where it's not doing anything. So we'll just make this look a little ugly, that's fine. I was hoping to clean it up a little bit, but if it's this or that is true, then it'll do it. Then we'll go through. Yeah, that should be grabbing the yaw of the camera. I guess the camera's yeah.
Yeah.
It is changed.
Have
You
you?
should give me editing permissions to make suggestions.
Okay.
Just saying. But
How do I do that?
Just preempt him your email and then.
No, anyone can edit. Okay. Or comment. Anyone can comment.
We're going
There,
on.
you can comment.
or you could. But I want to go into suggestion mode.
Yeah, no, add her into suggestion mode. It's a lot more effective.
What?
Yeah.
The suggestion
So
mode.
anyone can edit.
No.
Just send it. Like.
Autumn, send him your email.
Oh. Fine.
You need to do that for that to work.
No, I could say anyone can edit.
No.
No, don't do that. Just
That
to
won't end well for anyone.
just email it to her. And also add me too. Either of my emails work.
I thought you could already do it, Colin.
Oh yeah, it's that one. Okay, never mind.
I just need it.
Which email am I logged into? Okay, I'm logged in.
Just send me your email and I'll send it.
2D's good. You don't have to 2D. If you want to be a 3D artist, just do 3D. Because you already, if that's what you want to do. But if you like 2D, do 2D. Okay, so there's a problem here. Because we're not getting the inversion. I just want to make sure. Actually, I think that's the problem. I think I never fixed.
There you go, show.
No, yeah, I did fix this. It's practice in the field.
Okay.
Getting 4 and you'll be fine. You need experience. I wouldn't say you need practice. Well, I guess the same thing. You don't need that. You need, you need a good portfolio, So if you're into 3D, get a good 3D portfolio. Don't worry about making games. If you want to be a generalist, I mean, you can make games. There's no problem with that. It's a
No,
great
don't do
way of showing it.
contractions. Oh, okay.
But, what was I saying? Something about, not to... Oh, to get into 3D industry. Oh, yeah. So, in general, you want to go for... It's not really practice to get in. What you need is some form of experience or someone that essentially is like, hey, he's good. And also publicity. If you can get a following and then be like, hey, I have this channel you can check out. That's actually a great way of doing it. From what I've heard. I guess practice is good, but again, it's not the only thing you need. You also need connections. Forgot about connections. Connections are always great. That's like how everyone gets every job in the industry, essentially. So you know a guy that knows a guy. So I was having a problem here. Is the music audible?
No, it's Travago.
I'm gonna end you. There's a problem here. I'm getting a problem with getting the character's world location. Get player camera manager. God, I swear to God, I want a freaking soundproof wall. Print string. This is the string I want.
Hey Colin, you want to keep this script secret, right?
Pitch yaw roll. Yeah, in general that'd be nice. Getting 180. Okay.
Just take it off of Discord now.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Let's getting 180 right there, and let's rotate back to normal. We're getting 90. So I guess everything's offset from looking that way, right? So that means we're just gonna have to check if the camera is close to 0 or 180. And then okay, I know what I have to do. So turn head. If we are close to within a tolerance of 15, close to 0 or 180. Negative 180
Don't
is...
delete that. That's actually important.
Suggestion mode, you can reject the suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Autumn. There's a lot of description because we need the description.
Okay, yeah, no, that's why I'm just taking out how I would do edits to a paper.
Yeah.
Or a story, and then you can reject any such suggestions. And if there's random apostrophes, don't worry about it. That's my toggle to mute.
Okay.
I'll delete them, but don't worry if they randomly appear while I'm typing.
I got it. It's working. Haha. So it works on that side. And in theory, I'll have to remove that debug. In theory, I didn't rotate that accurately. In theory, if we go back, now we have fixed the first bug within the game.
Is this for the project that you're working on?
Yes, for the other guy.
Okay.
I have to do 10 hours a week for that.
Uh-huh.
I am.
Yeah.
If they're strewn all over the floor, which is actually the word choice I was going to put in, because most people don't use that word, and then I realized you already had used it, and I was happy. But if they're strewn all over the floor, how are they in a mildly organized fashion?
Like, if you go into a construction zone, you see... Maybe we shouldn't be talking about this here.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so if you go into a construction area, you notice that there's a bunch of like tools or materials, but they're
I got that.
They're all collected in a certain area.
Then why are they strewn all over the floor if they're collected in a certain area?
They're collected in different piles and areas.
Oh yeah, okay, so that...
Sorry.
Yeah, that works. Cool. Maybe like that doesn't.
Change this.
God, this code is gonna be freaking huge.
Like this, this is. Let me show you an example.
This is actually like the most effective way of doing it, which is sad.
That's a better way, I think, at least.
Like this.
No. I know what you were talking about, show. I was just saying that it sounds contradictory.
Strewn? No, because you can be strewn in a disorganized, organized fashion. That works.
You see what I mean?
No, show. Yes, I knew what you meant in the first place.
And then I just need to invert the yaw coordinate. I don't actually have to rewrite this part of the code.
I guess I'll take it. Okay.
So I'll go like that, and then I'll just...
Oh yeah, don't worry about the narrator starting to get a bit of a personality. That's just me trying to be funny.
Did you actually start adding personality to the narrator?
Yeah, it's basically me talking to the person reading it.
Oh, that's fine.
Or playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, needs to be inverted, so that's easy. Again,
Colin, can you stop saying that word? It sounds so weird out of your mouth.
yeah.
Yaw.
Yeah.
The yaw.
The yeah.
You sound
Also-
like yeah. Like, yeah!
Yeah,
I totally
that's why
wanna
I'm
do
like,
that.
I can't.
Yeah, man. God. No, I need to say that word because I'm talking about the yaw coordinate. Also, hashtag deal with it. So many questions. Yeah, you want to... I always recommend... You don't have to go to college to get into the industry, but it is significantly easier. And also, when the industry becomes more competitive, as it is right now, but not as much as it could be. Once it does get more competitive, you want to be able to, if they do what every other industry does and sort by degree, you want to be able to have that degree. Okay, almost works. Now we're having a problem where... Nope. Yeah, it's just because he's over a little bit. Why is it so...
Also, I can't spell, so...
awkward in that? Depending on... That works, okay. Just when the camera's not accurate enough. Oh, where's the camera accuracy line? Right there. That's probably why. Anyways, that works. Cool. Yeah, and connection's nice. What I always recommend is moving to New York City and then getting in for free. But obviously that's like impossible because it's super expensive there, but technically works. Or find a college in your local area. If you live in LA or Laguna, you're set. If you live in San Diego, you're screwed because it's not really a good... There's some good coding colleges, I'm pretty sure, but it's not a good, live in New York. Well, you live in New York, why don't you go to a New York Institute and get in for free? Because isn't that like a thing there? Like if you're a New York citizen, you have free college for state. And just, what do you want, GW? You wanted to do character design? Go to like an art school. I don't know if there's any state art schools, but free's better than paid. Just saying. Turn head. Wow, look at this wonderful code, guys. Yeah, you are lucky to live in New York. God, it's expensive. Trying to think. So we have this done. And the next thing I wanted to add in is when the character is facing away from the camera. Oh god. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna add that yet. So we have an hour in, okay? So we're 1/3 of the way there. So we have fixed the rotational offset bugs. Character fixed. We have interactable pickups. Look at system, attached to bone, play animation, string systems. Let's make the
I like this show.
out this year in high school. Outside of New York, there's Laguna College of Art and Design if you want to do arts. If you want to do game design, there's...
Sounds good.
DigiPen Technical Institute. If you want to do...
Oh, shoot.
Inside of New York, I don't really know. I haven't really looked at New York colleges because, fuck housing. God. That's not something I want to pay for in New York. I guess I got like $1,000 or $10,000 a month apartments, like a studio. So I'm good. But if you want to do game design and you're not in New York, I recommend DigiPen. That's a great school.
Okay, so I have...
So at this point, we can detect which way the camera is looking. And based on that, we can figure out which way the character should look. The only thing we don't have is backwards. The camera isn't completely inverted. one thing I hate about mixed ammo is that the character floats. Yeah, not needing housing is lucky as fuck. Especially, you essentially can get to New York for free. At least if your parents make under 100K. I think that was the, not mistaken, that's what their thing was. So I kind of want to make interactable doors, so I think that'll be pretty cool. Interactable buttons and switches, interactable doors, interactable codes. Let's do doors first. So when you click it, what's going to happen is when you click it, it opens up and your character walks through.
I'll be back.
Good. And I have a bunch of mechanics I need to make for that lookout that I'm going to do later, because it will completely change how that system works. 90 degrees. Start building out something. I need to be salty, congrats. Yeah, no, you can totally still do it. It's... Okay, computer, don't die. Good. So, what we need is... Blocks, then place animation, delete that. Didn't look 90 at first, it's weird. Okay, expand that out. We'll put that here. Duplicate it like that. Duplicate this. Leave a little bit of a space there. Cool. Now, what we're gonna make is an object that'll go right there. So it'll definitely be accessible. Cool. So we'll just click right there and your character will walk through. And obviously we're gonna need the door. I may just put it into this. Yeah, make sure you practice. I wish I could do like subfolders. I don't know if I can inside of here. So then this will make this a lot easier. I'm gonna have to go into the yeah, I have a 1070, you know, 120 terabytes of RAM and a Xeon 24 core processor. No, I have a garbage build. Not really. I have a 770 and a 32 gigs of RAM and an i7 3770K processor at 3.5 air cooled. So I want to upgrade to a i7 7700, but I need a new motherboard first.
So Autumn.
I think she's AFK.
Oh.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I was, but I'm back.
How's the quality of it so far?
Top-down character. Oh, top-down controller. Whoops.
Sounds good. I mean, but I don't know what you mean by quality. Do you think I'm not hooked into the story yet, if that's what you mean?
That's not what I mean. I mean, like,
People
Would
define quality differently.
would this work for... Do you understand what's going on? Is basically what I'm trying to say. That's the important
Would this
part.
work for your your guys' purpose?
Yeah, you have more RAM than I do. Let's be honest.
Do you understand what's going on?
Yes, this
Okay.
will work for what you guys want to.
Okay, cool.
Okay, where is this? How do I find it?
You haven't looked at it yet, right, Colin?
No, not yet. I will look at it later.
Okay.
So, where did I put this object? Find in content browser. Ah, top-down blueprint. New blueprint class. Let's call this door. Interactable door. Oh, I already have that. Huh. What? That's better. So let's just say we'll have 2 static meshes. Oh, there's different types of doors, right? There's sliding doors, there's, what doors do I have by default? I have a sliding, or a normal door, and I could make this sliding. Rotational doors, and you have sliding doors. So we want... Probably a good idea, Para. For now, I'll just invert this. Make it dynamic yet. We'll just try to make a good door system with inverted. That's not how. That's fine. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do . Oh, fireworks? Uh-oh. I forgot about those. Those are gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a thing today.
Yeah. How are those chips, show?
Why is patriotism
Oh, sorry.
a thing?
Why is patriotism a thing?
Yes, why do we have to set off fireworks? Wow.
It's America.
I mean, I know that's why.
Then I'm going to be able to click on that and that'll open up. So how we're going to do that, so we want this guy. Let's check his blueprint. It's pretty simple, if I'm not mistaken. What I need is this part. Literally just all of this. Except for that cube, but that cube's going to have to change. Too worried about errors. Hopefully that works off the bats. Yes! That's exactly what I want. And we're also gonna make it so when he looks, when I hover over something, he'll look at it when he's sideways. Really, he only looks at the mouse when he's forward, so that's all gonna change later. Okay, see you later, Guo Gaming. However you say your name. Hope you had a fun day. Hope you learned something. It's always good to learn. Look at that spaghetti. Okay. So, first things first. Upon being clicked, I'm so happy all this is over here. Going to want to. Oh, we need a variable. Player. GWO gaming. Oh, okay. See ya. Player final location. This will always be a vector because it's the greatest things ever made in life. Because you could do that. Ready for this? You have a node and you can shit. Now that I think about it, I'm worried that if you're on one side of the door and you want to go back, that's going to be a problem. Although we may only have doors in between level sections. Good night. So, now go to top-down controller. If this cast failed, this is where it gets fun. Then we'll cast to interactable door, and then if that fails, then we'll go down here. Good night, Para. Or unless you're good nighting the other guy. Simple. Where's our code for this? Simple move to location. Controller is self. I don't think we'll need that. What? Oh.
Oh, so you have IK.
What? No.
So, what?
Where's my IK?
The head tracking thing.
Yeah, it's not really IK, I'm just rotating the head bone wherever the... Here, I'll show you the code for it. It was very simple to code, I promise. And just a little bit of code. It's the turn head when you see that. And it's not even done. This is only for front turning heads. So when he's rotated sideways or backwards, it's going to be different code. That's going to be... That's why I'm not doing it all of... I don't think I'm going to do all of it this week, but we'll see. I think overall all of that would be worth 100. Interactable doors. Okay. Oh, because I never... Or no. Yeah, that should work. Top down... The problem was setting the rotation, and that wasn't working. On the hits, we'll get the actor rotation. Yeah, it's super simple, I promise. Do I ever use actor rotation? Because I think I was going to use this, and then never did. Okay, so we don't use that. Maybe because, oh, it's unobtainable. I think that's the problem. So we move this door out of the way. Yeah, that's only for front view. From all the rest of the views, I still need to make it different. Why don't you do P? Yeah, that. See, you have a location you can go to. Where's move to object? Get the hit actor, we cast an interactable object. If it doesn't cast that, we cast the door. Hit components. Yes, that shouldn't be affected.
Hello?
Is that an Ian?
It is.
Ah, I'm streaming. How's it going?
Sup?
Cast failed.
It's so weird having internet here.
Cast isn't failing.
Colin's actually streaming right now. Yes. He just told me.
You're already talking to him?
Yeah. See, look.
He knows that.
But Colin, you know my dad doesn't like you, right?
Why?
Wait, no, he's kidding. He's kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how are you feeling after your frozen thumb?
Oh, that was so painful. Oh, are other people walking Gobi?
Oh no, I'm laughing.
Are other people walking Gobi?
Yeah.
Okay, because I went over at like 4-ish.
And Gobi wasn't there.
Yeah, nor was his leash, so I was guessing, yeah.
The other people were walking.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't know that
People
we're
are
gonna be
walking.
there for 3 hours, 4 hours. So, I was expecting to get home a little earlier than that.
Yeah.
But, now I'm having a problem. Do I have walkable as a tag over here? No tags. Okay, I should be selecting this, and this should make me walk there. Oh! First of all, that's not how that should work. We need to add that. Right? Oh, that. Some of the useless code. Get the location, we add this to the player location. Whoops. Spectre. Down here, plus vector. Right, is that how I did it? Over here, goal, and yeah, this is all, again, not useful anymore. I had so much code I used to be using that won't be used. Should be able to select that. What's your problem, boy? I gotta go. Okay, seated. How we have a good day? Let's put another interactable door just right there. So the player final location. Yeah, just push it right there. Okay. Some check is just disallowing us from clicking on that. Because that cast isn't working, I don't think. What's our time at? An hour and 15, okay. What if I added that in? I think that'll do anything, but it'd be interesting if it did. That was the problem. And that was the problem. Oh yeah, the offset locations are still broken. Still need to fix that.
Colin, can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm trying to set up like push to talk
Hmm.
or toggle mute. Yeah, I'll just do a toggle.
I mean, I have it set up.
I'm adding onto the player location. That was the problem. I need to get the location of not the player. This variable.
There we go.
Cool.
I'm gonna play R6.
Awesome. You should set up your R6 voice chat command to push to mute. That's actually a really good idea, because then we wouldn't echo at all.
R6 is push to talk. So it's pretty much
Yeah.
always mute, except for...
Ignore the fact that you just walk through the doors. The doors aren't animated yet. So we're going to work on now, though, which will have door final position. So now they're both at 0, 0. Do I want door final position, or just want to push it over? Well, in theory, this works. So I need to put that down on the notes. So you can walk through a door. I may have that switch the camera for demo purposes. Yes. Okay, now we're gonna add in the other camera. Where do I put the camera scripts? There they are. Thinking about actually just having the camera be like this. I could have increased the field of view. Nope. What's the problem here? Errors, oh, yeah. New example code for changing cameras down here. So now when we walk through the door, we should transition to the next camera pretty smoothly, hopefully. Obviously this camera's not looking at the player, which we can change. Forgot to actually add that. Oops.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm doing hostage, right?
Yeah.
And I'm accidentally fused.
You're accidentally fuse.
Yeah, I accidentally chose fuse.
God.
Like I chose fuse on purpose, and then I noticed it was hostage, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh shit.
So your team's already kicking you?
No, not yet, actually.
Oh, that's surprising.
The enemy has a cav though.
Hmm. Okay, well, top-down cameras is not a good idea. Actually, it's only when you're flipping around. Let's not do top-down cameras. Let's make this. Actually, let's do it. Let's do stationary. 0 look weights. And you're just gonna start in here. Oh, because it's begin overlap, I can't do that, can I? Right outside the door. Now, so now I think we just need to change. Camera angle. That's like that one. Just make this -90. Oops. -90. Perfect. Aha. That's exactly what I wanted. Exit. We'll have something change. I'll be back,
Yeah?
guys. Stream will zoom in a few minutes. I just need to go to the bathroom.
A bunch of what?
So I'll be back in like a few seconds. Okay, we're back. I'm back. There we go. Cool, so at this point, we have a cool little secondary camera that sweeps over to.
I finished my thing.
Nice. Okay, so we have doors walkable. Now let's make them move. Let's just do this with the pretty basic system. Or, actually, I don't want to do that yet because they're probably gonna have them animated each time. So I'll open up and then I'll close automatically. So I'm not too worried about doors in that case. I think if that, I think we'll just leave that how it is right now. Because it works, which is what we need. Little example room of it working. My one problem right now is that once we're in here, can't leave. You actually can quite easily leave, but in theory, so this door would be like the exit to a level. Still some more code I need to do to it too, like that disallows him from walking through it. But that'll work fine. Let's disable that so we can see again. Yeah, you've noticed this doesn't actually affect, it's no collision. Okay. Gonna check time. We're an hour and a half. We have another half an hour to go. Or another hour and a half to go. I'd prefer half an hour though. Autumn?
I'm still here.
You're still here. So Autumn's still here.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Where did Show go?
I don't know. He left a few.
Okay. Okay, so camera system, that works. The door is on its way. I need coffee, then I'd finish these all the way through. It's just a lot of boring coding to do. Okay, the rotation offsets are fixed though, that's good. Except for that one rotation offset, which I don't want to fix because I'll make the code too advanced. We'll just use that object rotation thing. So I'll have to make that for this too. Which is fine, I'll do that later. It's not necessary yet. I do want to rotate the camera. I want it like that. That's 0, 0, 0. Makes me wonder why, so I put this at 0. Okay, that'll fix what I wanted. Did not. So that's some axis that I guess just doesn't matter. It's 90. That was a very interesting transition. I guess that's something to do with that. That's the view I wanted. Okay. Remember, I have to detect when it's top down. That's fine. It's also... we need to raise these up. We're just gonna change some things quickly. Then grab the camera. Increase FOV. Want kind of a wide angle down here. Yeah, like that. It feels more condensed, especially for a top-down side. Just make sure. It's more centered. Cool, now it looks like they're on the roof. God, that camera script I made is so useful. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Top-down controller. If you can cast freeze into a branch here, which is good interactable doors. Can walk through. Make that visible. So if we set that to false, which is by default, we cannot walk through that door. The door is just stuck there. We can walk through it. Our character will walk through. Sweet. And the door will have rotational stuff and everything later. I like that. So actually we do need an event on exit just to show how this works. Event. Oh, target. Whoops. Transition time 2, and these can be also instant. No, I don't actually have a way out. Whoops. And that's just for the sake of this. Lower that down to half height. And if we leave, sweet, that works perfectly. I love how smooth that is too. And your character won't look at you when he's up there. We'll have to figure that out later. Probably just look around on the grounds minus the height axis. So just looking left and right. Okay, now I want to add more to this system where... Look at system. Whenever he is walking, he's looking at the location clicked. And we'll make that more advanced later, but for now, that's how it'll work. Content, smoke cap guy, mix ammo blueprints. So, we go to default, we have walk. Froze on me, as always. So my percentage of drop frames, 0.6. Okay, that's good. So then we get to turn head scripts. And what we'll need is all of this minus those, I believe. Yes. Copy that. A new function. Turn hid while walking. I just realized how I could shorten the other one. Oh well. Oh, we're gonna need a few max head max head max head that's a float. Also going to want to okay, I have to reset it. That's fine. It's 85 degrees anyways. Actually, that won't even be used. Set local self to be self actor, which is an actor. Inputs actor reference. Oh yeah, because this is the dynamic part. Local self is a
I gotta go.
see ya.
Be back.
Okay, all errors are fixed. Now let's start fixing everything else. We do not want the mouse X or Y. We essentially just want is oh, also we don't need that. Wait, will we? Oh no.
Guess what character I'm gonna try to play as?
Fuse.
Jaeger.
Okay,
Defense Jaeger.
that could work.
I think it could because his gun's really powerful.
Yeah. Let's
And
look at that location.
number.
Uh,
Colin.
what?
Yeah, just Colin. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Joe's here, but
Nope.
no. Joe's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Colin.
So we want them to look at the mouse location, right? We want the hit location, so wherever we last hit. When we clicked, we set the location. So when we click, we want to set a location. Okay, so we'll do this in here. So we have that, it's a local. Location. Yay, vector. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna want to set this to be, we're gonna want this at the end, so we get the goals. Three goals. Each of these we're going to want to set location. Yeah, just like that. There we go. Cool. Hopefully this will work. When you... Oops. Oh. Yeah, now we need to grab that. Grab that variable, so let's make it visible first of all. Get player controller. Oh, we're already doing that now. If that works, if it is valid, then we want to cast to top down controller.
Use your skeleton key thing. Colin.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind.
Get look location, and that location will be the target while moving. Let's see if this works. We can see well no matter what, just look forward. That's where it's going. So in that case, we'll also want this whenever we're... it's not working now, that's weird. Should be looking to the left. Oh, we're not using this anymore. That may help. So in situations where he should be looking at where he wants to go. While he's turning. Nope, not doing it though. we're setting the right thing at the end. Oh, poor nuts. Okay. Let's just set. We really have to bring all these to the same spot. Nuts. Can we not do that? Okay. Probably could have simplified my system. Oh, it's because of lerps, probably. That's probably something with that. Okay, let's attach these. Will you look at the object you click on now? When walking, you will look at your last clicked location. Why don't you do that? Okay, well, we'll use this same mechanic. Let's modify it a little bit. So whenever he is selecting how I'll activate that. Okay, we can't really activate that, so it's not quite possible. We have the idea in there, so we'll keep that in there. Okay. We can detect if he's facing the camera now, so that is done. Offset player location by head. I still need to add that offset. Got the mouse location. Oh, I need to add that. Okay. Look at location, offset, and interactable object. Yeah. So now we're going to offset the player location by the head. So intern head. Oh, no, it is offset by that. Head socket. And why is it? When the characters are here. If you were to follow his eyes in 3D space, they would be going to that cursor. Just doesn't look right. So maybe it's too high of an offset. Could be it because there's no upward movement once we're on top. Then we'll to break this. I hate breaking vectors. It takes so much. Oh wait, I don't have to. I can minus it by another vector. Which one is
Oh, my
height?
team is so bad. They beat me with a 1v5 with a Capitao.
Oh my god.
So I got lit on. Oh, yeah, and a Twitch. So I got lit on fire and tased.
God.
So worst.
Okay,
And I could have healed myself. Like I did have a chance, but I'm like, no. No.
Redock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, no. I don't want to do that.
Let's go by maybe a 200. Just pretty much just want to lower this a little bit. That's all we're really doing here. We want him on his face. Looks at the camera. Down here, he looks kind of down. Let's do a little bit better. Negative. Let's go negative 300. See what happens. Okay, not negative 300. Negative 225. Cool, we'll compile like that. Make sure we duplicate it. Take over here. Yeah, I think that's all where it needs to be. Now, we have that set up. The offsets are set. So he's looking a little bit down. That kind of looks like he's looking straight when he's at his head. And there's movement up top. Yeah, it looks a little more accurate. Cool. So, we have the characters look at done. But depending on which, we can use different turn heads. Cool. Anyway, so that's done. Next is look at system. Okay, so offset location by head is complete. If not facing camera, look at mouse location. Don't have that yet. Look at location, offset, and interactable object. Look at location. Oh, yes, those two aren't gonna be done. Okay, so bug fixes. Bugs are fixed. Interactable objects. Nope. Doors are done. So to play the animation, but I need skeletal meshes for that. Interactable buttons / switches not done. Interactable codes not done. Okay, cool. So time is 2 hours. We have finished what we needed today. Let's go on to the next part. Save. Cool. Okay. Now to work on these reality offsets. There's some problems here. Let's fix those problems. So, first things first, the object offset is not correct. Not sure why. So let's see, that part seems to be a whole piece off. Oh, probably because it is literally. That's perfect. Okay, now it's just the cube, which we're setting a custom height for at all points. So when the size increases, neither of them. Zero, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Okay. It's like the box and a cube seem to have different styles of being put in. A box has that as its piece. Cube is halfway. Okay. Well, the box is also halfway. Just places on top because BSPs are cool. Set the world scale of the cube instead of offsets. Let's just ignore the box for now. It's just weirdly offset. Wait, once I removed 5 by 2, is that fine? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So box is created perfectly. Cool. Our cube is done. Now in the scene, delete that one, but we can go to this one. Block out the size of the object we want. We will have a set height. Cool, so vault's done, at least for placing, which is all I really care about.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm hiding under a desk,
Yeah.
waiting for people to come by me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna knife them.
Oh my god.
And
God
I'm
damn,
duck.
dude. Jesus.
I think this might go pretty well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to lobby. Ooh, I might get shot from there and then.
So the rails open full blueprint editor. These are gonna work off of a spline. General, I want a spline mesh actually.
Uh-oh.
How do I make that visible? Can't fully remember.
Oh, so now you guys are good all of a sudden? Okay. Ah! you know where they're coming in from, bro? You're a useless load of shit.
I'm not sure how spline meshes work. So let's just go for the normal spline. I guess we just look up how to make a pipe with a spline mesh. Actually, pretty much what we want, so what does he do?
So Colin, my last kill, my final kill, killed my teammate, right? But it was with a 45 caliber. So it went through and got the other guy.
God.
And now I'm doing attack shield recruit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we want this, except we want to cut that, put into construction scripts. For loop.
Still streaming?
Yeah.
Is anybody watching?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty low number.
Yeah, no, my consistence generally pretty low, but it, overall I get a decent amount.
Everybody's always waiting for everybody else to take a chance, but this is so afraid.
Oh, and I killed somebody.
Nice.
Meaning, I didn't tell my teammate about a Kapkan trap.
God.
So, like, I saw it, but they already made a hole, so I'm like, okay, I'll just go through this hole. And then they went through the door, and, yeah. You know the rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ka-ching.
Why is there two of these? That does not specify which one's which. I need this one. Parents. Okay.
Ultimate Kachenka peak.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You're still streaming?
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm doing a personal project. Showing as project.
Dude, I hacked up. I hacked up big time.
Mm-hmm.
I got blown up. They have one more. Jeez. Oh. What? 2 peanut butters. We only bought 1 peanut butter. Winner winners, chickens for dinners.
Perfect.
Colin, what is that?
Oh, I don't have the model yet. That's I have
Intestines?
no, it's the rails.
Ah.
I still need a rail model, but then that will work perfectly. I just wanted to set that up so you can start setting up splines, or Sho can start setting up splines.
Ah.
Okay. I just want to have these tools done. So he has rails, he has vaults, ropes he doesn't have yet. But there is that one. For now, he has a cable actor. These are the greatest things ever. Oh, that's... There we go. God.
Wait, Colin, did you say a bat?
No, my parents. They're all talking to each other super loud because they're deaf. No, actually, but it's annoying me.
I was like, Colin, I would be more concerned that there's a bat in your room.
No. There we go. think I'm gonna call off stream at 2.5 hours. See you
But you're
all
almost
later.
at 3.
Not 2.5. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm in the middle of streaming.
Do you want a shake of Lucy's?
Oh yes, please.
What do you want?
The chocolate and cookies.
There are cookies and chocolate?
There's no coffee and cookies.
Coffee shake.
Thank you. Okay. See you all later. Got a surprise appearance from my brother. Goodbye.